Good morning, beautiful people. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Mina, also known as Teresa. I am doing a get ready with me today, which is what I mostly do. I do unboxings as well for Ipsy, BoxyCharm, my shop order, Icon Box. I do review the items that I receive, and I also like to review sometimes items that I receive from Influencer. It's not a requirement on YouTube for, Influencer, but, I still do it sometimes. Today I am going back to the first palette by Ace Beauty. Get my glasses back on here. The Whimsical Bloom palette and beautiful shades. I'm pretty much sticking to the purples today, and I'm going to add with it, so I can deepen my corner, the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions, which is another beautiful purple palette. I am going to use the Kosas blush. It's called Butterflies. Blush is Life. It's nice packaging. This is the shade. It is a baked blush, and it's my understanding with a baked blush, you got to get past that first outer baked layer to really get to the pigment. So we got to keep that in mind today. Also, I'm going to use, as I've been using, I received this in my Icon box as well. Well, I think it was my shop order. The Eloise Sweet Cheeks, and these are the shades of bronzer. One is a cream, one is a pressed powder. And I am going to use from, was it last month or the month before, my Farrah highlighter, which is in the shade Zahara. I'm already hitting pan. Can you tell I like it? I like it. I still have not found my eyeliner, so I broke out another one. The Essence Long Lasting, yes, Long Lasting Eye Pencil. It's actually retractable. It's a gel liner, and it's 18-hour wear and waterproof as well. And this is in the shade Black. I also have out the Lower East Side Cream Lip Liner. And let's see, Morning Coffee is the shade. I have out my ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip, and this is in the shade Ringleader. And I have out the TYS Beauty, it's a lip gloss, Shea Butter lip gloss. As far as the shade, I can't tell you. There is nothing else on it but this and this. And on the back, that's what it says, Shea Butter Lip Gloss. So, nothing on the bottom. So, that's what we have. So, with that being said, I also have out the Revolution Superfix Super Hold Setting Mist, or misting spray. I did put on the Cover FX Power Play liquid foundation, and I do like it. As you can tell, I use it every time I put on makeup. I also use the Cover FX pressed powder in the shade Light, and yes, I've hit pan. I do like it. I also have out the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara in the shade Blackest Black, Extreme Black. So I'm going to use that today. Anything else? I did put on the MAC Prep and Prime for my lips. I think that's it, guys. I do. So with that done and out of the way, I also have my coffee, of course. I skipped coffee yesterday. I thought about coffee all day long. Like, hi, Jotty. Ah. And here we have Miss Jotty. Huh. Say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, beautiful people. Those charcoal black eyes. Yeah, she needs groomed. I did give her a bath because the groomer did cancel on us this time around. She wasn't feeling well, and her dog had passed, and of course, I would have canceled too. I would have canceled for a while. I remember when my pet rat Jezebel died, I missed an entire week of grade school because I was so upset and so depressed. I was heartbroken. So, and then I did, as an adult, when I was married, we had a dog, Buster. And Buster was a pup. And Buster died from parvo. The breeder said they had had all their shots, parvo, everything. And Buster ended up getting very sick, and I took him to the vet. We took him to the vet, me and my ex-husband, and the vet said he had parvo. This dog had diarrhea that had blood in it, and it was like water, and he had no control over it. Everything that went in him came out. We did everything we could to. We were trying to save him. We wanted him to live, of course. I had to take him to the vet. Jotty, stop. No biting. No. I had to take him to the vet every day, and they put an IV in for fluids and stuff. I can remember, I don't know what my ex was doing, but instead of waiting out in the lobby for me, he left. And I was holding this poor dog, and he was a Rottweiler. And so he was a big puppy. And I was holding him, and I was outside watching for him to come back, and the dog just was, the diarrhea was just running down, and I'm crying, and I was just a mess. So I'll never forget that. But days later, Buster did pass away. And even my ex-husband bawled his eyes out. Like, it was heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see them suffer. We were very young. Thinking about it now, we should have had him put to sleep. But we really did want to do everything we could to try to save him. Jotty, I'm going to make you get down. You can't get up here romping around. My lap ain't that big anymore. Go on, go on. Go lay down with Reynaldo. Reynaldo climbed out of bed and went out to the couch and laid down because I was putting a load of laundry in and just doing some stuff I needed to get done because, of course, it's my only weekday off from babysitting, so I got stuff to do. But anyways, guys, so yeah, that's my poor Buster story. Loved that dog. But to see him suffer like he did was just oh so very heartbreaking. And then when he passed, it just tore us up. But that I will never, ever, 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 ever forget. And he was a good dog. Indeed, he was. He was a good puppy. So, I remember he was whining. And so my ex insisted on let him sleep with us. And I was like, we can't do that. Because number one, he's just a puppy. He's not even anywhere as close to being potty trained, house trained. And um, so, you know, do you want to wake up to a surprise? Because I sure don't. Those kind of surprises I don't like. And plus, I didn't want to get in the habit of this dog sleeping with us and then have to share a bed, which my ex-husband was a hog in the bed, and then to share a bed with a great big old Rottweiler that might take up a whole lot of space himself. I felt like it was a bad idea, but I gave in. The dog slept with us. The dog pooped and peed on my ex. I can honestly say he learned his lesson too. So, sometimes people have to find things, learn things the hard way. Indeed, he did. So, but yeah. This is a very soft palette. I like a little bit more pigmentation in my palettes. This palette, I believe, is a shop order or an add-on, one of the two. And I had 2 shop orders and then 2 add-ons. So I'm confused. I don't remember which is which. I know the Natasha Denona palette that I got in, the bronzed palette, it's an eyeshadow palette, that was in my icon box. It was an item that they chose for me, surprisingly. But again, I will say, too much skincare for me in this box. And even one of my choices, I had to choose between something from all skincare. There was no makeup items, period. So, and they had already chosen several makeup items for me. I mean, skincare items. So I was not happy about my icon box. I do like the palettes. Um, I think this also was an add-on for $3, and I thought, well, you know, it's little. I can take it with me places, so why not? Um, but yeah. So hopefully it's not a rainy day as predicted by the news, you know. But if it is, it is. What are we gonna do, right? Not a daggone thing. Yeah, see, the pigmentation just isn't there that I want. Cha-Cha, what are you doing? Jotty. Does anybody else give their animals a middle name? Hers is Savani. Jotty Savani. Jotty Savani. And yes, I do call her by it a lot when she's in trouble, just like my mother did. Teresa Marie, she never said Terry Marie. When I was in trouble, when she wasn't happy with me, it was Teresa Marie. Jotty, no. No. I'm still having a hard time with, like, say I set my coffee on the end table by my chair. She will, when I get up, she'll drink my coffee. So, and I'm having a hard time of breaking her from doing things like that. You know what I mean? She's very stubborn, very, very sneaky. So, She spends the majority of her time on my lap, like she is right now. She jumped back up here. But she knows when I'm eating. If I'm eating in the living room, or she knows, same thing at the table, do not jump up on my lap. But let me put my food down and get up, she's on it. So, okay, let me uncross my legs. I have a habit of crossing my legs. They stay crossed, I swear. Okay, I am going to do the outer corner. This is from the Ace Beauty palette. I mean my middle part of my lid, not outer corner. With the dark purple shimmer. Other side. I still have to do deep in my outer corner, but I thought I'd get this done. Now, I'm going to use the other shimmer on the inner part of my lid. Okay. Done. Now I'm finished with the Whimsical Bloom by Ace Beauty palette for right now, for today. And now I'm going to deepen my outer corner here a little bit. I have some fallout, or as I call it, some flick and fallout. And this I'm using from the Huda Beauty Amethyst palette. I have several palettes like this from Huda Beauty, and I do enjoy them very much. Make sure I clean that brush off. Use that same shade that I deepened the outer corner on my lower lid. I loved purples. When I was in high school, that's what I wore, was purples. Well, junior high. And then I went from purples to mostly browns, neutrals. But before that, I was strictly purples. Okay, clean that off too. I'm done with that palette, and I'm going to dip into my Farrah highlighter and get that inner corner. And the other inner corner. Add a little bit more. Brow. My brows look like crap today. Alrighty. Do some blending. Make sure I don't have a bunch of fallout on me. Okay, we're going to set that highlighter aside for a moment. Grab my itty bitty mirror. Well, I think before that, yeah, I'm gonna, which one's eyeliner? I gotta make sure I put the eyeliner on the eye. I can't see, so Lord knows. I mean, like, I do have a very pink lip liner. I mean, eyeliner. It is eyeliner. It's so not me for eyeliner. So, I do use it as a lip liner. The only rules I have for makeup is you do you, I do me, and have fun. You know, you don't have to use your pink eyeliner on your eyes. If you want to use it on your lips, by all means, use it on your lips. So, makeup is very, very versatile, and if you like it, that's all that matters. Me and Reynaldo were talking about something similar last night, about YouTube. One, my opinion is YouTube can be stressful and it can be cruel even. So you have to be at an age where you can handle what's being thrown at you. Now, subscribers come, subscribers go, subscribers come back, some don't. You get new subscribers, you lose subscribers. I mean, it's a never-ending cycle of coming and going. And you can't get obsessed with that. Well, for me, I don't want to be obsessed with that. When it comes to children, I mean, it takes a certain level of maturity to be able to be a YouTuber and handle it. When, for a child, when it becomes stressful, then that makes it harmful to them, and they shouldn't be doing it. So I was telling him, you do what you enjoy doing, what makes you happy. That's all you need to worry about. I mean, that is exactly how I look at life, and especially YouTube. I mean, by all means, you do what you feel like you have to make yourself happy. If you're getting upset over subscribers, then maybe it's time to let it go. You know what I mean? If you're a kid, and you see your child is struggling with it, it's time to tell them, okay, we can revisit this later. A few years from now, when I feel you're mature enough to handle what comes at you through YouTube, then we'll revisit it. Try it again. Because they should absolutely be having fun doing it. Okay, I'm moving on to the Sweet Cheeks by Eloise bronzer. It's the same thing with makeup. You do what makes you happy, what you enjoy, what you like. You don't worry about others. Actually, it's probably in my purse. I believe it is. Yeah. I have like a purple gloss, and it's so minty. I really like it. That's why it's in my purse. And I'm going to trade. I'm going to use this for my lippy instead of the ColourPop. So, now that I'm in it, set that aside and do my nose a little. So today it's supposed to be in the 60s and rainy. Cloudy and rainy. Alexa, what's the weather for today?
Good morning, Teresa. The current weather is 54 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today, you can look for rainy weather, with a high of 60 degrees and a low of 54 degrees.
Oh, okay. Not in the 60s, actually just 60. So, I had to check because, Lord knows, I live in Ohio. And the weather changes, like, by the minute sometimes. So, I mean, it was just a couple months ago where the one day it was in the high 70s, low 80s. The next day we were down in the 60s and we had thunderstorms all day. The following day it was down in the 20s and it was blizzarding out. And it was like only Ohio. I mean, like, wow. That was crazy. But that is Ohio weather. And I laugh when I hear lifetime Ohioans complaining about it. Like, come on, guys. You signed up for this. Okay, now I'm going in with the Kosas blush. Baked blush. Let's see, let's get that mirror up here so I can really see what I'm doing. Yeah, see, it's not very pigmented right now. I don't know if it's going to stay like that or if it's just getting past that first layer that is the okie dokie. Moving on to highlighter. The Farrah again. I shouldn't even have to say. Until you know that it's gone, you know I'm using it. I even have, hang on here, dropped my lip gloss. Where are you? Right here, ColourPop. I love it. This is called Lav Dreams, I think. It's really big, so. Trying to get it open. Highlighter. I think it's a shock highlighter. We'll go over that Farrah a little bit because it's got a little color to it. Kind of matches my eyes right now. Love it. Now I am going to go over the bridge of my nose a little bit with the blush. I am going to go back over my corners a tiny bit with this. I forgot all about this. This is what I should have grabbed out. There we go. How about that? ColourPop. I love ColourPop. It is affordable and high quality makeup. It's really good makeup, in my opinion. This is the Super Fix by Revolution. The Super Hold, Super Fix, Super setting spray. Now, lip liner, we just want a little bit. Just a little bit. Put that back. Now we will use, I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. I think this is, yeah, Ulta Beauty Plumped Up Pout Lip Gloss. So we won't need the pink. Here we go. Trying to reach it. Where do you go? Right there. Clean my fingers off a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn this fan off, which I am situated lower because I didn't raise my thing up, so the fan's not hitting me so direct, but I'm still going to turn it off, just in case. Get my Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara on. Move over to the other one. Get that off the tip, because Lord knows I'm a master at getting it on my face. I certainly am. I do like this mascara. I do recommend it. I will repurchase it. I would like to see a little bit more length, but it is what it is, and I still like it. You know what I mean? Almost got it. Okay, now, while that layer dries, I'm going to throw on a little bit of Coach perfume. Just a little bit. Get my hair brushed. I cut like quite a bit off of my hair, like almost a foot, I'd say. But I didn't do it because I wanted shorter hair. I had split ends, and I just felt like, let's get enough off so we've got some healthy hair growing there. You know what I mean? All right. Get that hair out of the brush. That's one thing I hate, is picking up a hairbrush and it having a bunch of hair in it. It only takes a minute to clean it out. Okie dokie. Fragrance on, hair done, brushed. Nothing special. Let's go back in with a little bit more mascara. I mean, now that I mentioned it and I'm thinking about it, I feel like I'm sitting really low. I feel like I'm sitting on the floor. Good old Pat McGrath. I love her makeup. I feel like I did get a little bit on me there. Okay. But yeah, I do like makeup that I have used of hers. I do like. Ronaldo had me up late last night. And I'm sitting in my chair watching TV and I'm dozing off and he was like, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Don't fall asleep. Ronaldo, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We need to go to bed. I do tend to stay up later though when I don't have to babysit. I don't like going to bed early. So if I can stay up later, I stay up later. Well, guys, that is it. I am done. Makeup is done. I've got to go stick my sheets in the... I changed the sheets on my bed and everything, so I got to go stick them in the washer because I know my colors are done washing and they need to dry. So, what else do I have to do? Clean the glass tables, sweep and mop. I don't have to vacuum. I vacuumed yesterday and I vacuum again tomorrow morning. I vacuum every morning that I babysit before the baby comes. My granddaughter loves to, she will find, if it's there, and even if we can't see it, she will find it. She used to try to pick them up, put them in her mouth. Now she just kind of checks it over and sometimes she'll try to give it to you. I'm sure that, you know, from time to time she might try to put it in her mouth. So I do make sure I vacuum every single morning before she comes. Jody chews on her bones and her toys and stuff and pieces fall off. So, and my kids bought me this, the twins, Daryl Lynn and Takora Rochelle bought me, they went in on Shark Vacuum. It's like they paid $330 for it or something. I was like, whoa. I was blown away. And my oldest daughter and her family also bought me these beautiful macrame hangers for plants. One holds 2 plants, the other one holds 3. They hung the 3 one up for me because they bought me 3 plants as well, and I love it. I wanted plants again, and I had to give all my plants away before because, you know, the cats that I had taken in were tearing them up and eating them, and I know they could be poisonous, so they had to go, and I was sad to see the plants go. So I am happy to, and I just sit there and look at it every day because it's hanging right there across from my chair. So right in front of the window where it's catching the sunshine, and I even changed my curtains so they're just sheer curtains up so as much sunshine that can come in does, and they just look beautiful. So now I have a 2 plant hanger. And I was thinking about hanging it at the kitchen window on the counter, but then I also want to hang some in front of, I've got huge picture windows that I want to hang plants in front of, and switch my bedroom around. Like right now, you can see where my dresser and my TV is. I want to put it across from it so it's next to the picture windows, and put my bed, you know, let's see. You can see my bed. I want to switch, and there's the picture windows, big beautiful windows, you know, lots of sunshine coming in. So I want to switch them so I can just sit there and look at the sunshine. I thought that would be so nice. But and I've got a little dresser that needs redone over there in the corner that has Reynaldo's clothes in it, and then my pajamas. Like, in my dresser, I have panties and bras, top drawer. Second drawer, low cut socks, footies, and so on. Next drawer down, it's all wintry socks, you know, calf length socks, knee high socks, stuff like that. Then the last the last two drawers are pajamas. Then that's pajamas all folded up, sitting on top of the dresser of mine as well. Mostly pajama pants and white t-shirts. And then all my clothes are hung up in my great big closet. And I'm telling you, it is packed, like overpacked, super packed, filled with clothes. So, and I feel like you can never have enough clothes. And then of course, I feel the same way about shoes. As you can see, I've got shelves of shoes and more shoes. Then I've got bins filled with purses. So I'm a woman, you know what I mean? I like those things. And then of course, all my makeup. I like my skincare. I like doing my hair. I love doing my makeup. So those are my things, you know. I love animals. I love children. I adore my family. So, you know, I love cooking for them and baking for them. This weekend I had made blueberry pies and berry cherry jello cake, and oh my goodness, they were both just really, really, really good. So I have the last of the blueberry pie. It's like 2-3 pieces on a plate covered with foil on my table for my granddaughter Ariel. So I love doing those things for them. Of course, I had me a piece of each too. I can't lie, I had 2 pieces of pie. But I had small pieces, and I downed the water as well. That helps because, you know, I'm diabetic, so it helps with the sugar. Anyways, guys, you have a wonderful Wednesday. I'm going to get my stuff done and work on getting Reynaldo all cleaned up and dressed. That's a toughie. He don't like it. But so maybe I want to go grab some potato salad and rice and beans from my daughter's house. Maybe we can go down to the park. We could find something to do. So y'all take care. Have a beautiful Wednesday and stay beautiful. Bye-bye.